we will have we were going to hold just a slight update on Sasuke Nakamura. So he wants. So what if Sasuke Nakamura wants to go to Japan, or it was after his exit? So speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura, it was luckily points to New Japan. It was after the WWE exit, we've said the following. Shinsuke Nakamura's next move has been a hot topic ever since. So, I mean, those rumors are true of his WWE exit started. So, this was slowly ordered this year, but the fans holding out a hope for an AEW debut. So I wasn't made want to pump so it breaks a new update and makes it clear. So what if AEW isn't knocking on Shinsuke Nakamura's door, but it returned to the Japan? Pro wrestling could possibly be in play. So I wasn't doing the last a thoughtful select backstage report. Speaking of Seamless Snap was asked, so this was directly whether AJ has any real interest in playing Nakamura in once his WWE one is done. And speaking of Seamless Snap, to shut down, so good idea. So have you heard of any interest with AJ to playing in Shinsuke Nakamura? Nope. So I was about to snap made it clear AJ isn't busy pushing Nakamura. He did as long as that a return to Japan is the most local outcome. So what if Shinsuke Nakamura leaves WWE, and that could still open the door for AEW? The payments down the line. She said, I will imagine if he leaves WWE. I believe he'll go back to Japan, or possibly will work on some deals, work on a deal. And isn't that like will allow him to work to AEW in Japan? He was like a forbidden door or something like that. I did a similar snap mentioned that this isn't based on hard backstage news, but I did just a little, mostly a local given Shinsuke Nakamura deep. He was a trust to Japan in the current working relationship between AEW and New Japan. Nakamura has been news posting on WWE lately. He was responsive about his status with the company. His last most appearance came when he dropped the United States Championship to every night back in March. After with an only minor appearance since. So it has a deposit that Nakamura remains listed on WWE Amateur roster, and has of now just been no combination of his release. So whatever Shinsuke Nakamura does return to Japan, this was wanted to be homecoming. It could also pass him for the crossing of AJ parents. Smoking true because all events like Forbidden Door will AJ in Japan through attendance. So do you want to see Shinsuke Nakamura return to Japan, himself in AEW, or stay in WWE? So please see your thoughts and feedback into the comments. This is below on the bottom right here. So I'm gonna show you guys on my screen here a quick minute. So speaking of Body Slam .net news, so Shinsuke Nakamura wants to return to New Japan, or he wants to go to AEW. As a part of this, to powerful reports, so what if Shinsuke Nakamura wants to stay with WWE for now? He wants to slow up to AEW or to Japan. He wants to stay with WWE. So when I do hard announce on Shinsuke Nakamura wants wants to slow up to AEW, or he wants to slow up, wants to return to Japan, or he wants to stay with WWE for now. So let us know in your thoughts about by Shinsuke Nakamura whilst in his decision. So really like this video and let's like and subscribe. And by this time, peace.